Rinpoche.
Hello.
Tashiduli. Venerable Kay.
Okay,
Yes,
hello.
Kay. Nice to
see you also.
Very nice to
Okay.
see you,
Everyone.
Kay, dear. Oh,
Oh, it's so nice to see all your faces.
yes.
You're well?
So,
Oh,
Much
feels like
love.
such a long time.
Yes.
nice to see you. Wow. Yeah, that's the joy of coming together today.
Yes.
So, yeah, maybe we can start with.
Okay.
I think Venerable Steve is not there yet as a translator for the English. So, but Venerable Namjong is present. So, maybe we can start this meeting just setting our motivation, and
Okay.
maybe I will do the mantra of Buddha Shakyamuni. We can set a motivation and take refuge in our hearts. And maybe don't sing with me, because otherwise we get a cacophony of sounds. So we can
Recording in progress.
3 times the Shakyamuni Buddha mantra. Jayanta Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Om Jayanta Om Muni Muni Ma Muni Om Jayanta Om Muni Muni Ma Muni So, good day everyone, wherever you are, all corners of the world. So, thank you for coming here together. So, hope we make it all to a very precious human rebirth day. And yeah, it's a special day in that sense that yeah, the IMI, the idea of starting the IMI, I think, started exactly 50 years ago in Kopan, when Lama Yeshe called together some young ordained monks and nuns, and also some prospective monks and nuns, and told them that he was a little bit worried, and that he hoped that monks and nuns should stay together, and also yeah, create places where it's conducive to practice together, to study and reflect and meditate together, do pujas together. So yeah, so it's exactly 50 years ago. So I'm very happy that yeah, that we rejoice a little bit about everything which has happened. So so very welcome, not only to all of you, but especially to Geshe Chonyi. So thank you so much for accepting your yeah, the invitation to come to us and yeah, share your thoughts about Sangha, for what you have seen, what your experience is. So thank you so much for accepting the invitation. You could hear us, Geshe? Or you have a translator around?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, fantastic. So there's 3 translators to other languages: Spanish, Italian, and French. So we asked Venerable Steve to translate, but he might have obstacles. And then Venerable Namjong was on standby, and I would like to request Namjong to to take his position. So yeah, so maybe for Namjong not to translate too quick, because if the others have to translate you again from English into their language, that they have a little bit time. Thank you so much, Geshe. So yeah, maybe it's not necessary really to introduce you, but I thought like maybe it's very correct to introduce a little bit to those maybe who have not so much connection with you yet. So I learned from you that you ordained in 1974. So that's quite a while ago. So, and that you are after at year 6, you went to Sera and there studied. You studied for 20 years in Sera Monastery in the south of India. And so then in 2011, so that's now 12 years ago, you became abbot of Kopan. And yeah, we're very honored to have you here. You're also a member of the board of directors of FPMT. So to guide the whole organization in these difficult times, so where we miss Rinpoche very much. So I hope also this meeting will be according to the wishes of Lama Yeshe Rinpoche, whatever we do and say and think. So yeah, so that's a short introduction. Do you want to add something, Geshe?
Sorry about my internet connection here. Sometimes not so stable. No, on and up like that.
Okay.
Here?
Yes, we could hear that. Yes, I think you can go ahead. Whatever you want to say about yourself.
Yeah, because the.
And if you want, or if you want to talk your teaching, yes.
Yeah. So, just short introduction for myself. So, I was ordained by Lama Yeshe Rinpoche in 1974. I came in Kopan, so I was here about, I think 6 years. I studied in Kopan Monastery. Then 1980, I think, 1980. Lama Yeshe, Lama Londo, Lama Yeshe Rinpoche, they sent 4 of us to study in Sera. So I was in Sera about 19 to 20 years there. So then I was in Tanti College for 1 year. Then after that, I came back to Kopan Monastery. I teach here 1 year for the young monk. Then after that, Rinpoche sent me to Singapore. So at the moment, so I'm teaching at Singapore Center, Amitabha Buddhist Center. So then, also then, so 2011, I think our previous abbot, Lama Londo, was not feeling well, sick. Then that's Rinpoche, Lama Londo, they choose me to take over the abbot role of monastery. So now, so at the moment I have these two, being teacher at Amitabha Buddhist Center and being abbot in Kopan Monastery and the nunnery. So like that. So then, so also I'm looking over the Kopan Monastery nunnery. Then we have different remote area. We have some other monastery, nunnery, and also some schools for the lay children. So total, I think about maybe close to 1,000 people. So like that, I'm looking after that. The Kopan Monastery is looking after that. So I'm the member of the FPMT board. Okay, that's all.
Thank you so much for introducing yourself. Thank you. Yeah. So you would like to teach in Tibetan, yeah?
Better, maybe, because my English sometimes not good enough. So.
Okay.
Anyone there translating? Namjong?
Yes. Namjong.
Hello.
Hello. 다시래.
야, 얘께 그거로 와. 낭다 이거 어떻게?
거기에.
야, 다 얘께 건나 두셔. 어떻게 다 가서? Okay, I'll talk in Tibetan. Then Namjong will translate. 그래, 지금 다 가서래. 다 지금 가서 다 rabdu 중에 대 세디다 rab중에 대 세디 계신부 착별에 추진에 미소소다 소소이나 rabdu 중앙 수도가라 다킴 침발 록수시다 불어이네 록수 착별에 삼로 땅다이네 록수시고 아래 돌로지 부제 집보다 말했고 제거에 딘데 남샤 땅도 rabdu 중도네 딘데 송고도가 Okay. You want me to talk more or talk less and you want to translate? What do you prefer?
Des dictions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in general, then when we talk about the class of those gone forth, then it is talking about, going forth or emerging from the life of a lay person. So then this class of practitioners is sort of identified and classified as being separate from lay people.
So that my line I can't hear. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Okay. So 알레 어떻게 다 가르스나다 다 장매 당한도 그나 다 통마 rabdu 중에도 갈랑아서 티도가 다 둘러 지부 잡고도 와. 그러봐. 둘러 지부 잡치했다. 아니 다 rabdu 중에 다 거든 좀 만낭용도 와. 침복해라 봐. 그러봐. rabdu 중도 거든 좀 마티도 걸어. 그러봐. rabdu 중 거마 대세. 다티 다르스나 당보 때도 내다 둘러대 코랑게다 시신 도와지 충분히하래. 그러봐. 니 시신 도와 거야지. 어디 좋아한다. 아니지다. 나gel당 다 나geltin데 마 매봤다. 아니 sem 시즌 투어 거야지도 rabdu 중에 거의 만난 게 당보 봐.
So at first, when we ordain and emerge from the lay life, then we are giving up the clothes. We change our clothes, and so we give up the clothes and signs of a lay person. And then it's important to know what is signified by this. The significance of the robes is very important, and in doing that, we give up the pride. The pride in wearing, sort of beautiful sort of lay clothes.
다심 시신 투어 거야. 다심이나 시와당. 아니 군주연 투어 시신 투어 세시로. 심 시와 저바디 투어.
So
고기에 치도 다 둘러대는 게 그래.
So and then the clothes is having the aspect of a peaceful and subdued. So that is the mark of the clothes of the ordained person.
어떻게 대장도 다 계시고 쉬래. 당도 rabdu 중도 가라 통만 다 투버지 잡도냈다. 좀 된데게 랍샤디라 다 시신 투와 심 시와요 봐. 쇼바 아니 두부요 봐시. 다 남사디 최제 먼저 인지미지 가도 이나티 둘러도 권유도 가라 참바디 된 거야지. 봐. 전시 된 거라 둘러도 콤바인자 좀 된데게 심 흘러 거야. 쇼바 두부 거야지. 시도 둘러도 남바인스 마 둘러도 콤바인자 나 심 시와 용고 그래. 아니 저바 두부 인고 그래서지다 가도이나 공부 셰셰 소소소소겠다 텐서 땅과에 되시 계시물 해서 뭐예요 어떻게
So then every time we don or put on the robes, we should remember that this is a very important advice that the Buddha gave to the monastics, that the mind should be peaceful and the conduct be subdued. So always remembering that when we put on the robes, wear the robes.
근데 안 다가 나신 남주다 다 송세 땅조 다 기술준도 송세 만낭용 거래 송세디 다 tunju다 다 통다 송세디 다 통다 천도데티레 다 송세 낭라 다 칼람망부 다 루게체 다 송세 동반면 맞제 다 디나 칼람망부 누거와天낭신 다 럽도 중제 소소의 생기 낭라 다 윤대기 강바지고 그래야 숨고야래 디 로아 되게 천도네.
And then the next sort of article of the one gone forth is the begging bowl. And so here the significance is just like with the empty bowl, when it's able to put in a lot of food, then similarly our mind then can be filled with good qualities.
어떻게 다 송세는 그 세대 롱조바 낭신 다 소소의 윤대 강다 다 토성 공수 강 쳬베다 윤대 등이 소소의 샴바체세 다 롱조바스는 냠슬랑과 랑게다 냠네 치고야 세 롱조바 낭신 다 소소의 샴베 윤대디 소소이다 심주다 자체다 표저 땅과시 숨겨야래.
Right. So then these qualities that we obtain through the practice of listening, contemplating, and meditation, then we then make use of them. Just like whatever food we get in the bowl, we then come to use. So then it's very important to actually make use, put into practice these qualities we develop.
그래. 네. 다 되네마 땅은 좋다. 다나 계수 다 개롱 텐데 주변도 가나. 투직 줘봐서 다 투직 다 딘데 투직라 다 길랑기 계수가 또 터바래 투직 딘데 지라 계수가 또 터바래 했으니 다 독스니 주고야래. 봐봐. 남죠. 너 딘데라 다와 딘데라 추주 딘데라 카르마 딘데라 키랑기다 아니 계속에 또 바뀌는 것도 뭐뚝 터바래스는 즉 주고도 와딱 너와 뒤 가르랬으나 다디 라바 진신 라바 잠바다 셴바 수인 심비주도 어디스니 준센티 임바.
Okay, so then when we take ordination, whether it be the Getsu or novice ordination, or the full ordination or Gelung ordination, then when after we have generated the vows, then it is always mentioned the exact time when we have taken the vows. So in terms of the day, the hour, even the minute. And so why is that? It's then because we're then able to know who is more senior and more junior to us in terms of the practice and the vows. And that is then very important to be aware of the seniority, who is senior and who is junior.
어떻신 다 되게 다 tinde시 다 고바디 가서나 소소레 다 라바 챵바 다 까망아 콩라 베나 까망아 콩라 랍도 중하지나 소소게 몰라 까망아지 콩라 랍도 중하지나 tin데 랑레 라바 챵바 차기요레 다 슈도 강라 랑기 강라 랑 마데 티강라 야샤고야지 와 아니 라바 챵바들 랑기 차 푸나 디기요레 로 차푸서기 자 렌추고요 솨바기 잠발라 차츠나 디기요레 다 케셰쇼디 랑기 강라 샤체 돈다 솨바기 잠발라 쿠샵셰시 어쩜 된디기 따랍제 셴다멘다 시레디.
So why is this important? It's because the Buddha then taught that even the person who is ordained 5 minutes ahead of you, they are then senior to you in terms of the training, in terms of the vows, and therefore they would sit in front of you. They then become an object for you that's worthy for you to prostrate to, make offerings to, and pay respect. So this was a quite uncommon, unique teaching and advice from the Buddha.
다티 당은저 변나 랍쮸 그때 약보 시용하라 다냐 단다 쉐디 티 랍쮸 그때 약보 시용하라 치 쉔베 잠발라 쿠샵 세디 인지 미지 고피하래 와 좀된 되게 랍셔야 돼 아니 마람 좋다 랍도 좀 쉔바지 랍도 좀 잠바지라 뭐네지 대도양 강라 샤체 와 이 카도 이나 쿠샵 체체 와 랑데 라바견바 인스네 쿠샵체제 틴데시 인지미지 냠술랭 고요래 틴데시 랑바이나 랍도 중에 대 무슨 초바시 용토백이 차근직들에.
So the Buddha mentioned many times stressed the importance for the class of ordained Sangha to flourish and go well. Then it's very important that the juniors pay respect to the seniors, and keep that in mind all the time. That they're senior to me, therefore I am going to pay respect to them. This is a very important and necessary thing that we all have to put into practice for the flourishing of the Sangha.
그래 제단다 딱 그랬다 남주 쿠샵지 여봐이나 딱 가르스나 뭐네지 라바 잠바레스 라바 랑레 라바 잠바레스 준센 틴데기 겐치제 뭐네 생기 띵네 딱 쿠샵지 여봐이나 잠발 쿠샵지 여봐이나 아니 가르스나다 통보시오 중에시다 통다 라바 낭편수 통보시오 용해시 디차고요래 다 통보 여봐이나 아니 냠도 로루시 대바니 기보시다 요래 어떻게 라 준든 통바 대와대래 통보 여봐이나 아니 쉬위기 보여래 되기요래 롭중 첼레네 봄냠는 칭헬레네 아니 쉬위지다 기부용 보여래 뒷매바이나 아니 쿠샵 매바나 tum부 용어 말에 tum부 매바이나 또 냠도 대대 강한 심보로 와 어떻게.
So then, based on this, respect for the elders, and if it's very, deep in the mind, deep in the heart, then living harmoniously together becomes very easy. And then when things are harmonious in the community, then it becomes very happy to live together. And then when you're living together, whether you're studying or meditating, then that becomes a lot easier. If on the other hand, there's not this respect, and then there's no harmony in the community, then, big problems can arise.
그래. 다때 시비징 알아 내가 신고 통고에 라바르도 다 가서다 단다다 지게기 다 랍중수도 갈라다 망체다 놓침보시네 다 랍도 중한테 차티기 요래 그러와 다 지나야 다 랍도 중차도 갈라 다 원해지 좀 된데가 랍도 중도 내다 베나타기 시원한 두지 주셔 텐데 그 고바 준세 쉬죠 버려 두지 독스 뭐 두지 딱 가도 잡으라 두지하죠로 어디도 참바체체 다 잠발라 쿠샵치나 아니 쉬우지다 랍도 중인데 표준 소바 중에지 당가랑 가도 있는 섬도 어디래.
So Ken Rinpoche thinks, that this point is very, very important. So even though, in general, many of the us foreigners who ordain, we do it when we're already a little bit older, then maintaining this sort of respect for the elder, more senior sanghas is something Ken Rinpoche always thinks about as being very important. Always something to keep in mind.
틴데시래. 다 드네 가르서나 다 먼저 틴데시다. 먼저 랍도 중사도 갈라. 다 추림 다 계수이나. 계수게 랑데 숨도 서로 결론이나 팀 이제가 작성다 돈다. 틴데시 송고에 다 고. ro di ko chumden de kita chaba tuksine nang yore o tilata chudi number tapa sin sungwa de ani shiwi keshimbre de arwa.
So then after ordaining, then it becomes very, very important to protect whatever vows we have obtained. So whether it is the 36 vows of the novice or the 253 vows of the fully ordained monk, it then becomes very important to protect whatever vows we have attained. And then this thought of the, pure morality, abiding in pure morality is very, very important, very emphasized by the Buddha.
Watinde 제장다 티야다 고 수dum송고에 고바 균전 다 수dum 송고에 고바 균전도 약보 심에 통네 로와다 수dum 지다 송인도 갈라 다 수dum 수도 갈라 고 가서 팀도 티네면 맞죠 소소게 가능 좀만 예배 통네 아니 수dum 송체 tinde시 네토나 아니 뭐니 현담에 되었다 세딜라이나다 기부용해 그냥 기부용해 어떤데 이 말에.
So then, in order to maintain the pure morality, it's very important to understand the need, the purpose, the reasons for keeping pure morality, and then it can be easier when we understand the bigger significance, and then when we truly understand this, we'll see that by keeping pure morality, there'll be a tremendous benefit in this life and also in the succession of future lives.
독신이 단다 제르무치기다 단다 도와자츠 닝보 슈구들 같은 송도와 돈바데다 송알레 스타 단다 소소가 뭐 카레이나 테다 송알라 때네 아니 내갑다 함이고방 톱투 그레스 된다서 내갑지고 함당 어떤 송와 다 타도 제부 가르쳐서나 타도게 제부다 다 년도게 타도게 제부 년도게 창조 란자게 타도게 제부 년도게 창조 대쟁이 타도게 제부 대쟁이 창조 없으니 창조 남바스 톱투 그레스 어떤데 송도와.
So then when we talk about the benefits, then Lama Tsongkhapa mentioned in his text, The Essence of the Vinaya Ocean, that from having protected the vows, then what results will arise? So in the temporary basis, then a rebirth as a god or a human. And ultimately, or finally, we will obtain the three kinds of enlightenment, either the enlightenment of a Shravaka, Pratyeka Buddha, or the Mahayana enlightenment.
진짜 누구야? 제장 다 가신 조신 다 준도 세대다 가르스나. 겨와라 또 선바스다. 다 준도 세대 들어왔다. 소소했다. 준도단 덴베관에 다 너무 나바타바 송고에 딱도 딱 구바당 다 가신 조신다. 배바체세 너무 송고레스. 어떤데다 제르무시 랍셰야 어떻게.
So then, it's very important when we talk about then the enthusiastic perseverance. So, basically the essence of enthusiastic perseverance is to have a liking or a joy to practicing virtue, engaging in virtue. So then when we, see the sort of temporary and ultimate benefits of this practice, we'll be more happy to engage in the practice. And this is one of the main advice of Jairam Geshe or Lama Tsongkhapa.
틀레레 따통도 따 뭐 찍티레 찍디 가르스나다 먼저 랍도 중수도 갈라 다 더바충아 촉샤바 다도 중 촉샤라 네체 다 시신토와 과야지 다 계심부시다베 와 창매다 뒤돌아 가두이나 도나 난거다 도중 촉셰 아니 시신토와 세시다 어딘데지 거야 아니 딘데게 때문에 다 싱비팅라 가도 이나 찍다 거기 탈바튼 얘기 로 어딘데지다 오늘지 싱비팅에 가도 이나다 탈바튼도 예래지 어딘데 써먹고 해야지 계시머래.
So then when we talk about then the kind of qualities or the types of mind that would be important for one gone forth, then we have, there's always talk about having contentment and having few wants. And then also the mind being peaceful and the conduct being subdued. And then the other thing that's talked about a lot is this the mind that desires for liberation. So having that always in mind then becomes very important for us who have gone forth.
독신에 아니 가도이나 다 진실 된 거야. 땅은 중간에 다 소소이 소 랍중이나 다 가르사나 다 도바담나 수마요 인사다 도바 태당 가기도 메도 쓰네다 로와다 소소 도바카레 켈렘바이나 태당 가기도 메도 가도 있나다 진실 된시 어디 진대 된 거야. 아니 계신 무슨 거야래? 다가 나신 다 소소기다 뭐네지 처럼 소소가 소원 나신 텔라 잡겨 진행이다. 조고 약보당 디고에 조고님도로 소소바다 돈바송아 태당 총바시 신 돈바 약보 순에 태당님도 조고 디고에 조고 tinde고에 시우체시 그래.
So then when we talk about keeping the vows purely, then we need constant mindfulness and introspection. So then no matter how many vows we've taken, always to look inwards and look and see if our actions are in accordance with the vows we've taken, and then applying mindfulness and introspection to see if our behavior is in accordance with our vows, and then in that way it becomes like the friends that accompany us and our vows.
다 소소다 원해지다 소소가 domba 숭야다 tinzu 톨라다 잡겨치니기다. 로 원에 domba 나버다 숭얘기 더 톡부틴데 약부 최고의 제심물에 어디.
Right. So those become a good friend and a support. What supports us to keep the vows purely is the mindfulness and introspection.
독세 tinde게 선에다 가도 있나다. 가르서나 찌기찌글하다. 구샵 체제 찌기찌글하다. 당당 계체다. 뭐네 약불에서 찌기찌글다. 족보에는 찌기찌글하 당당 장고에 계심물에 뭐네 도바송제 빼 하려봐 약불에서다. 그것도 좋아. 독신에다 가도 있는 섬나 어떤데 된 거야. 어디서 근데 난 거야. 어디래.
And then also is important to have sort of enthusiasm or a liking for the vows, respect for the vows, and faith in the vows themselves, faith in the ordination.
텐데시 다 당저럽도 중차도 관련 인보도 없이 텐데 통고도 제상 갖고 있는 semma 샤고에.
Yeah, so can Rinpoche always thinks that those are important to have, always important to keep in mind.
텐데다 당저 럽도 중차도 다 도와나라 요나신레 다 좀된데 더나라 송 도에나라 송나신레 럽도 중 차원이 니데스 lokwa tosomda pongwa samde noosneta tonda rabdu chen chawani indesdwa wa tosomda pongwa samde noosda digdwa
lokwa samden dang
pongwa samde tosom pongwa lokwa tosom tonda tosom che
okay
da pongwa samde se nang gomja se de da tonda laba sum se di laba sum sa.
So then after we're ordained, then the kind of main activities for the ordained person is to engage in the hearing, the practice of hearing, contemplating, and meditation. In other words, also the three higher trainings.
당저 rabdo chungsan에 다 자고지 딱도 갈로나한테 티레다 아니 낭초라 다 문에직다 가서라 밖에 더바치 토바 찍고 미쳐봐 아니 디 슝기 탄다 강 토바디 소소를 삼는 양네 양도 당시 다 이시니에 거해 이 계시 무슨 거야래 로와다 이시니에네 당원의 레샤 스셈라다 이시니에도 다 양네 양도 곰잡체 다 탄다 로와다 곰잡고야게 남샤디 숨겨야 맞지.
So then, when we engage in the study of Buddhism, it's not enough that we just, listen to the teaching, but we have to again and again contemplate and think about the teachings until we get a certainty, sort of certain realization in the truth of the teachings. And then once that's achieved, we have to meditate again and again in these realizations.
진짜래 제단다 네다 나랑 섬주 쉐디티레 가르스나 당은저 단다 FPMT 다 럽중당다 왜다 럽중이 데다 망부여래 맞아 아야면 나는 망부 미카조에냐 장가다 하고 마송 딱 간다 다 접지 서버를 미제당 남아시게 독신했다 럽도 중체다 다와당 주마된데 망부시여라 봐 다 틴데시다 지 숙사 원에지 냠도 숙체 원에지 다 터섬 야침부 치고야디 계심불에 섬구여로 찍라 숙체다 럽도 중산이 아니 숙사지라 거기 소소 가와이나 지 다와 아니 냠도 루루 대체 다 베이직 프로그램에 아니 마스터 프로그램에 디네다 노 거선 든게 구주 다 노구주 중에 딘데식직 창내 롭중 딘데진 낭톱나 아니 마오발라 판도 메도스다 가는 거 섬수래 어디.
So then, Ken Rinpoche is just stating his opinion that now within the FPMT, in general, there's many ordained Sangha. So, due to the kindness of Lama Rinpoche and Lama Yeshe, then there have been many nuns and monks who have ordained. And so now, after they ordain, he feels it's very important that they stay together and then engage in the practice of study and contemplation. And then there's the master's program in FPMT, the basic program. So whatever it is, whatever kind of study programs it is, then if one studies in a sort of concentrated way for 9, 10, 11, 12 years, then it can be very beneficial, very important.
독신이 드네 가서는 딘데지다 소소의 베이직 프로그램 직장 대가라 마스터 프로그램장 달로 가지고 고개는 주중이시 소소의 두두대 아니 냠도 루체 대사지 충분히나 아니 기계 약보체 텔라 기계 니숨샤 아니 원해식다 코란도 롭중 다 대사라 대반낭신 다 기랑즈로 거기다 카보리 이나다 로 쭉쭉직나라 베이직다 마스터 프로그램 샤투바이나 기계 약보샤체 딘데지 롭중이 턴투바이나 아스당가랑 섬수레 아니 지금 마음발라 찍다 FPMT를 셉시 쉐레 송조 나래 엔티면은 소소게 두번냠는 지가 두게 나래 문에 찍다 비타고 지으면 로스 어떤데 섬그여 봐봐.
Right. So then, if you're then able to, complete the master's program and the basic program, then the master's program, and that might take you, 10, 11, 12 years. If you're able to finish that, then you'll have a very firm understanding of Dharma. You can then become teachers of the Dharma yourself, or if you go on to do practice, more intensive practice, you'll have a very sound foundation and basis of knowledge within the Dharma.
딘데시 당가랑 섬수레 다지 섬수디냐 마마다 르무제 슈드네냐 가브레 슈드기여 르무샤라 차르카시 슈바이 다디 로 종아 콩네레 종아 주도 콩네냐 르무제 차징 슈바이 르무제 베 야고도 승고도 봐 독신네 다 단단한 좀 날렌달라 지기요레 timato shambala yume hakomason robshun kete Australia yume hakomason Genesis strula zumagi techi yobarashi kos
So, yeah, Ken Rinpoche mentioned that he shared this thought of his with Lama Zopa Rinpoche even 15 years ago. And when he shared this opinion, then Rinpoche was very pleased and said, "Oh yes, that's very good." And so now this is happening at Nalanda, where the basic and master's program is being offered. And then Ken Rinpoche said he wasn't sure if the same thing is being offered in Australia at the Chenvisik Institute for the nuns.
제zan다 마음에 딱 말아서 IMI 다 수이나 견지 아니 기란서디 다시 마음 벌었대 투고 셰셰 딱 건자 나랑 섬주 같이 있는 데다 먼저 럽도 주면 대디기 딱 뭐네 직다 나셔 약부 신배 통네 알아봐 소속이 약부 신배 통네 아니 메라 섭시 쉬고야 돼 계시므로 삼부요 아니 소속에 미배 삼부 된체 다기 쉬바 당신데 랍도 총아서도 뭐네지 둘로게 차네래 아니 섬로 땅땅게 차네래 아니 구샵 시단게 차네래 뭐네지다 미배 삼부시 딱 먼저 봤던 거야지 또 랍중 소송원에 미배 삼부 된 거지 쉬우 계시므로 다 텐데지 된 두바이나 뭐네지 랍도 좀 통연도 가라 미리다 대박이야지 봐 원래지 둘로마부지 공부지 좀 창내다 원래지 좀 된데게 로마레다 좀 되게 준주되다서 남성 대박게 되지 어떤데 소투에 아니 창마를 링게요 하래 봐 어떤데 지다 그래서 나로시스 봐 티면하다 럽중수도 그냥 구샤 마용해지 마부 구샤 마용지 땅 가랑 좀 맞지 봐라 봐 나랑 좋다 한치다 딱다 맞지 봐셔서더니 미 구샤매 차게도 왔다 만족만에 뭐네지 시승도와 뭐네지 텐데지 여반은 미 구샤 랑싱이 레기로 와 봐. 어디신 장면에 돌아 샤로 치스 어디 쉬어이
So then Ken Rinpoche is saying that then in the future, whoever might be the director of the IMI, then, it's very important that this organization, be able to help support the monks and nuns in their sort of objective to know the Dharma well. And then, keeping in mind that we're all sort of it's up to us that then the people will come to have faith in the Sangha. So if we are successful in then knowing the Dharma, and then we're able to use the Dharma to have our mind be peaceful and our conduct be subdued, then the people that see the monastics in the red robes, they'll really think, oh wow, these are the true followers of the Buddha, and their faith will generate. Will increase in the Sangha, and that will be a very good outcome. And if on the other hand that doesn't happen, then that's also on us.
독신에 따뜻한 때참에 텐데시라 숙잡으로 낭신 땅가랑 리구셔디 어텐데시
Right. So we must all make effort, and put forth a lot of effort in order to make this happen. Ken Rinpoche is urging us.
Okay, I think that's all. This one, 망부시나야? I'm just taking it. Okay, I think okay, that's all. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah. In the chat, there was also the remark that the basic program is also given at Chenvisik Institute, I think already for the 5th time. And also in Italy, Institute Lama Tsongkhapa is of course number 1 in all these programs. They had already master programs, I think also did the second or the third, and also basic programs there. Yes, so that's additional, just for your information. But maybe there's questions. Does anyone have questions on Zoom? You can ask questions. Or in the chat. That's the only places I can see if anyone has question.
maybe no question. I ask back question. Eh?
So, wow. Yeah, Rinpoche, can you say something about harmony?
Yeah, my question is, I thought just what the Western Sangha feel difficult to live together one place. Any challenging they feel? I'm just wondering. Sometimes I feel a little bit. I'm not saying, but I feel sometimes look like a little bit difficult to stay together in
Stay
one
together.
group.
Yes.
Yeah, like a monastery, like with the discipline by abbot and Gigola,
Yes, yeah.
The Western community, I find a little bit challenging there.
Yes, yes.
But one way I understand because they're all grown up,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just wondering what is that they are challenging,
Yes. Yeah, for my experience at Nalanda is what is challenging is that we come all from different backgrounds, from different ages, complete different life experiences when we enter the monastery. So even at Nalanda, then you have young monks and relative new Buddhists with mixed with people who are 20, 30 years and have kind of other needs. They want to have more time for themselves in the meantime. So some look very much for structure. Some can structure themselves very well and are very clear in their own needs. So yeah, this kind of differences we have. And then we are not grown up with guru devotion and always with faith from what we hear. Some yes, some no. So it also differs very much. Some are very much into logic and want to have reasons and take not like some concepts like karma, reincarnation for granted. So yeah, that's quite some challenges. And well, you're not with many people at the same time. Like it's not we have 100 of this and then 100 of that, and then you support each other within that group. But yeah, anyway, this is very few of the things I see, which is challenging in, for example, at Nalanda. But maybe some others have also some experience. Yeah. Geshe, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I just explained before through the translation. So when you become ordained, we have lot of things to learn, how to respect, senior one. So this is the very, very important for Sangha. That's what I emphasize. Even 5 minutes earlier, we become ordained.
Your internet connection seems very weak.
The monk, the Buddha's one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now okay?
Yeah, now it's okay.
Yeah. Namjom, you translate.
Yes.
Yeah. Dagi shubana shere. Dagi tumbo yungay di keshin burawa. Da tumbo yungay di da kushab chini yungu gudwa. Chigi la kushab chiye di da shionbagi jambala kushab china. Da tumbo rangshin ligirawa. Da di tumbo shungbayina. Ani 속바 냠도 대반 기부 쉬우시하시 다 tumbo 용해디 다 쿠샵 치고에 냠바게 아니 셴바가 자와 치고에 셴베 샤와라 쿠샵 치고에 딘데지 속바지 소토바이나 아니 냠도 대라 강해요 말에 또 따띠 간조 랍중라스 다좀 된데 제바티 나도 왔잖아 투식 저 되게 쉬워디 따띠 간조 간데시라는 키고도 간데시 럽중 떼고도 럽도 중도 내려와 어디 계시무시로 해서 그래요 됐더만 tumbo 숑나니 강해요 말했다 욕다 강가 tumbo 메인도 욕다 이거도 와
Right. So as Ken Rinpoche mentioned earlier in his talk, that yes, harmony is extremely important for the Sangha. And for the harmony to arise, then there needs to be respect. Um, so the juniors to have respect for the seniors, and also the seniors to treat the juniors with compassion. Then, if that happens, then the harmony will naturally arise, and then to live in a community will become very easy, and people will be happy, and uh, the communal living will be easy. That's very, very important.
다티 먼저 다 랍숑수게 다티 다 처음에 슉 잡시 다티 소토바 걸어봐. 때 간데 속에 봐서 텔로 공부 시작하래 버티.
So yes, it's all very important for us to sort of make effort to do and think about how we can increase that.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you so much. Some other persons want to share their community experience, what difficulties. We have many Sangha online, so many people who have experience with living in community. I don't see any hand. Okay.
I will, Venerable Tender, I
Yes.
can ask.
Okay. Hello, Cheki.
Thank you, Ken Rinpoche. I think the topic of harmony is one that we've been focusing on within IMI in our recent conversations, recent webinars, because as Venerable Tenda said, we all come from different backgrounds, we come at an older age. I think the challenge that those from Western backgrounds ordaining is that, of course, we're turning our back, we're turning away from lay life. And so it takes a great deal of independence to do that. Already you have a lot of strong minds, well-formed by the time you're an adult. So we haven't grown up with discipline for a very long time, maybe even in the school, long time ago. So it's very difficult then for Sangha to accept rules, discipline. Everybody wants to challenge that, it would seem. So if Ken Rinpoche has some guidance, maybe if we're providing training as part of IMI, perhaps Ken Rinpoche could give some advice.
Yeah, I mean, of course, definitely, of course. After you ordain, so immediately when you change the robe, of course, whoever responsibility, whoever ordain the person, make sure what the discipline, make very clear in first time. When you ordain, you're changing robe, you need to change your mind, way of thinking. So very important to make understand. Then after that, of course, then somebody can train them, maybe at least 1 year, staying in the one of the monastery or one of the Sangha community, stay together and train them how to respect, I think that's very important. I think maybe sometimes we're lacking of that, because once you're ordained, you become your own, you live yourself, you're not staying with the community, I think very, very important, whoever ordained, first moment, immediately go to the one of the Sangha community, the nunnery or monastery, wherever they're available, stay there at least 1 year to train how to learn how to respect the senior one, I think those are very, very important, So that is, I think, something missing there, Yeah, so there's I think that's very, very helpful. If we do that, then it can be improved, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. More questions? Does anyone have more questions?
I would have a question.
Yang Tsem, welcome.
Yeah.
Yes. I got ordained by His Holiness with a friend, and I was after her. But she always insists, because I took Rapchung ordination half an hour before, that I have to go first or sit on the other place, and she sits behind me in the Gompa, and we always discuss this. So I say Rapchung ordination in this case doesn't count. What counts is the Getsul ordination or Getsulma ordination. So I would like to ask you for clarification, please.
Geshe, did you get this question?
Only hello.
Geshe, did you hear this question about seniority between two monks or two nuns? Geshe, can you hear me?
Frozen.
Mr. Chonyi, are you there? It could be that.
And Rinpoche, you can hear?
Rinpoche, can you hear us?
Yeah, just now cut off.
Oh, okay, you were cut off. So the question was about the seniority in ordination. So one nun asked, she was ordained after someone else, but the other nun says, because you were earlier Rabjung, I see you as senior. So could you clarify something about seniority, like?
Rabjung and what? Geshe.
No, yes. Two nuns became Getsul, but one ordained just before the other, just a few minutes. So the from that point of view, the one is elder because it was a few minutes earlier Getsul, but because the other nun says, I'm not a senior, but I'm junior because you were earlier Rabjung, because you were already Rabjung earlier, you were earlier wearing the robes. I see you as a senior. So could you clarify?
Geshe, I think whoever become earlier Geshe, so they can be the senior, yeah.
So the one who became earlier Rabjung and was then already.
Yeah.
So can you clarify? Maybe I'm not sure if I understand.
Whoever become earlier Geshe, he's the senior. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to keep that order. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. Okay. More questions? Chantal, you have a question?
Yes. Hello. I would like, can already said about talk about monasteries. Well, most of us were so used to stay alone. Could can Rinpoche say more alone or out of a monastic community? Could you please say more about the benefits and the importance, the benefits to stay in the monastery rather than living by your own or somewhere else? Thank you.
Yeah, so I think there's the big difference. So staying in the monastery, staying with the Sangha community, while living in the same kind of idea, keeping precept, respecting each other. So then, of course, we practice together, study together. That really the idea is encouraging each other, supporting each other, physically, especially mentally. how to help each other, because we are going same direction, keeping same precept, so we are same goal. So staying together is very, very helpful, so supporting each other. I think that's the key point. So if we live alone, sometimes it's challenging because there's, who support you, we're not same practitioner, so they have different ideas, so not really supporting to us like that, our practice, then sometimes even more advanced, more challenging to keep the precept also, the ordination vows, also sometimes difficult to keep it. Staying in the community is less disturbed, more advanced, keeping the vows, the study, for every point of view. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It's okay, Chantal?
Yes.
Okay, maybe last question.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Is there anyone more question? Root Institute, the whole group, any question? I don't see any hand. Okay. Well, Genla, I would like to thank you so much for your kindness to give your advice and strengthen our determination and good qualities to be a monk or nun who is content. And yeah, thank you for all your advice. So we hope to ask you in the future again one time for your precious advice. I would also refer everyone that later today we have a talk with this Nick Ribush from the Lama Yeshe Wisdom Archive, who was at the first meeting when Lama Yeshe started. We say actually he started the IMI. That means that he gave all this advice and encouraged the monks and nuns to stay connected. So that's exactly today, 50 years ago in Kopan. So tonight we also invited other people who are still amongst us on this planet who were there. So I hope to see some of you more again. Also, I would like to request everyone who is listening to keep praying for the return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche. So we do. So if you have not a connection, you can visit the website of the IMI, International Mahayana Institute, and you can there you can get a click to schedule that we try to fill out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it's not always filled, but anyway, by signing up and doing all these prayers together, we are more or less a group. And we strengthen each other's practice in this way. So I would like to ask everyone to at least try to do once a week this prayer for the quick return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, which is an advice of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So please continue to participate. So so on the website there is the text also, the names of Manjushri, and you can find the details there. And on Saturday we are connected by Zoom. So the Saturday is a Zoom day. The other 6 days of the week you can do just at home or wherever you are. That's Okay, that's all I want to say. Thank you so much. Also the translators, everyone who helped us today to make this possible. Robin for the IT, for the connection, and then all the dear translators, Namjong, Siliana, Paloma, Gyaltsen. Thank you all so much. And dear brothers, sisters, hope to see you again. Please stay safe, healthy, and reach enlightenment quickly for all of us. So maybe we can dedicate to the long life of all His Holiness the Dalai Lama. May he stay long time around and benefit continuously more beings with his ultimate compassion, the quick return of Lama Zopa. And for all our other teachers in the FPMT and the Mahayana tradition, may they also have long life and maybe be able to serve our teachers from our side and fulfill their wishes. And then for success of all our sponsors, all the sponsors of monks, nuns, individuals, for monastic communities, and for the IMI, for all our sponsors, it's dependent arising that we can do what we do. So may they have the same benefit as us from all our practices. And then for the success of the whole organization, FPMT, IMI, may Dharma flourish on this planet for many, many generations to come. Thank you so much, and hope to see you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you again, La.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a very good day.
Yeah,
Bye, Rinpoche.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Also,
Wow.
dear translators, thank you so much.
Gracias a los traductores.
Thank you. Thank you,
Ciao, ciao.
everyone.
Grazie a tutti
Bye.
quanti, grazie.
Thank you, Tenda.
Thank you. Grazie Tenda.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye
Ciao
bye.
ciao. Bye
Kay,
bye.
much love. Very nice to see you, Kay.
Yes.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you
Long
all.
time.
Ciao ciao.
Yeah,
I'll see you. Ciao,
lovely to
grazie.
see you all as well. It's been such a long time and I feel
Yes,
so far
yes,
away.
yes. Take care of your
Okay.
health and your mother, both of
Yes.
you.
Yeah, it's very tiring.
Yes, I
Very
know,
tired.
I know. Mamma mia, Kay.
Anyway,
Okay, dear, much love to all of you.
Ciao
Yeah,
ciao.
much love to you all. Really
I
pleased
hope at
to
least
see
for
you.
1 hour you felt more connected again later.
Yes, of course I do, but I feel very emotional.
Yeah. That's okay for Spanish and Mexican and Italian. It's okay, emotional, no problem.
Okay, hopefully we speak with each other soon.
Ciao, ciao,
Okay,
dear.
ciao.
Mwah.
Ciao ciao. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
bye, bye.
Recording stopped.